Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Something big happened between India and Pakistan on 7 May 2025. Not just a border clash, not just politics. This was a serious military move. So what really happened? Why no? What about people caught in the middle? Stay with me, I will explain everything simply with some real facts, human stories and one surprise that no one is telling you. Let's start. First of all, it all started with a terror attack in Pahalgam, Kashmir on 22 April. It was supposed to be a peaceful tourist spot. Families, students, children were there, but then boom, a sudden explosion. 26 people died, including 9 children and 6 tourists from Mumbai and Delhi. Terrorists repeatedly targeted people based on religion. That made it worse. It broke the hearts of people in India, Pakistan, and around the world. India immediately said that groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed, who have a history of attacks, were behind it. India said these groups are trained in Pakistan. So we cannot stay silent. So, respected viewers, now we explain some hidden facts about operation in Sindoor. On 7 May, something we have not seen in years happened. India launched air strikes, yes, real military action. They called it Operation Sindoor. Sindoor means the red mark of sacrifice and bravery. At 3:30 a.m., which is Pakistani time, Indian fighter jets crossed the line of control and hit 9 places: Bahawalpur, Muzaffarabad, Sialkot, Muridke, a non-Lashkar base. Indian officials said these are not civilian areas, these are terror training camps. This was a precision strike. They also said we gave warning to civilians in nearby areas through drones, but Pakistan had a very different story. So now we discuss about Pakistani people reaction about this event. Pakistan's military held a press conference just 4 hours later. They said 26 people were killed, some of the civilians including a 6-year-old boy. 5 Indian jets were shot down. They said India had crossed a red line and now we are ready to respond. Tension rose fast. Social media exploded with hashtags like India under attack, Pakistan fights back, Kashmir bleeds again. People on both sides were scared. Some were angry, some were sad, some were just confused. Okay. So we discuss about civilians across the border. There is a fear and confusion. In Kashmir, both sides people heard fighter jets at night. A farmer in Baramulla said, "We thought it was war. We hid in a cow shed with our children." In Muzaffarabad, a college student posted, "It was studying for my exam. Suddenly glass broke and walls shook. People screamed, 'Why do we suffer every time?' Shops were shut. Schools were closed. More than 10,000 people in line of control village were moved to safer shelters. Families are still separated. Some cannot find missing loved ones. This is a human cost of war, not politics, but pain." So now I am revealing some hidden facts. Now here is something most people missed. Why did India respond now after so many years? Some say elections are coming in India and the government wants to look strong. Others say this was a real security threat and India had no choice. But here is something else. 3 top leaders from Pakistan's own opposition secretly told foreign media, "Yes, these groups are operating from our soil. We don't support them, but we are helpless." This is rare and shows how deep the problem is. Okay. This is very important to discuss international people of India and Pakistan and some international pressure. The world is watching. The US, China, UAE, and the UN all released statements. They say please stop escalation, protect civilians, talk, not war. Even Turkey and Saudi Arabia, Pakistan's old allies, said we support peace, don't go further. Meanwhile, thousands of Indians and Pakistanis which are overseas living abroad are joining hands, posting peace messages, arranging candle marches, and even starting online petitions. People are tired of war. People want change, and people want peace. This is a positive thing. Okay. Now we discuss human rights and real questions. This conflict has raised three big questions. Who protects innocent people in border villages? Why are children always caught in war? And most importantly, when will we stop using war for political gain? Human rights groups are calling for investigation into civilian deaths, transparency from both governments, a voice for local people. Because peace is not just the absence of bombs; it's just a safety, dignity for everyone. So, war is not the war is a big problem for both countries. War is not solution. So, because in Pakistan, economic situation is very bad. People are very poor. People are living hand to mouth, and political instability. So all the people want peace. People want to grow economically. So we request to international human rights organization that they came forward and they gave a solution for this war, so that both people of both countries live with peace. Okay. So friends, this is what happened on 7 May 2025. Yes, the conflict is real, the anger is real, but so is the pain, so is the cost. Let's not be quick to shout war slogans. Let's think about the mother hiding with her children in a bunker. Let's think about the farmer whose fields are now full of bomb pieces, not crops. True strength is not in dropping bombs. True strength is in protecting the weak, respecting truth, and choosing peace. If you agree, hit the like button. Comment below. Do you think this conflict could have been avoided? And don't forget to subscribe for some simple, honest news for real people like you and me. Thank you.